Mo Mondays is all about community. And the next individual I want to call up, been connected over social media, I've seen randomly through the years, has an event coming up next month, and I want to bring him up on stage to speak about it. So, Matt, can you please come on up and join me up on stage? Big round of applause for Matt Dickert.
Thank you.
We've done this a few times in the past where we have some conversations on bar stools, because really all the best conversations start on bar stools anyway. So, Matt, you have this event April 21st called This Is Our Night. What is This Is Our Night?
Well, you know in life how, as I get older, I realize that things that are missing in your life are experiences. We get so busy with kids. We get so busy with our careers. You know, we forget to take that time for ourselves. And the whole idea of This Is Our Night is we're going to give you that opportunity to have that experience, to be able to connect with friends you might not have connected with for the last 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. The oldest people in the room might be my parents. They've been married 50 years this year. So we just wanted to provide an avenue while giving back to our community at the same time.
And when you say we, you and three buddies came together, and it is MJS?
It is.
Entertainment.
It is.
Now, the four fellas, maybe a quick description of who they are, how long you've known them, and how the idea of coming together came to be.
Well, we're four best friends, basically. We're four best friends that, we've been in our share of fun evenings, let's just put it that way. We all come from different sides. My one best friend, Jim, he's great on social media. He's fantastic. He knows how to use Twitter and all of that stuff, a little bit beyond myself. My friend Mike, he's the organizer of the group, which you need when you run a big event like we're going to run. Steve Mendoza, you guys know him. Steve is the type of guy you could not see for 10 years, but he would remember your name. He'd sit you down on a stool, and he'd tell stories with you. And he is an inspirational man in himself. He's got so much inner energy that just spills out of them that it lights up the room. And myself, I'm just a little old guy from Guelph. I love to have a good time. I've had many different experiences in my life, and I want to bring it back and be able to share it with everybody in the community.
Now, I'll tie this in a little bit. We both know Glenna Banda. Glenna would say there's no such thing as just. So you had a DJ business, and your DJ name is well known in this community.
DJ MATTDADDY. So the history of the name, when I was, it was Club Denim when I still call it Club Denim. But when I was coming up with a DJ name, because I fell into the business too, because my brother actually, who's going to play that night too, he was the DJ originally. But then he decided he was going to move out west. So the company was looking for a DJ. So they said, well, why don't you do it? So I said, yeah, I love music. It's an experience, right? Let's do it. So then a friend of mine says, oh, what are you going to call yourself? And I thought, DJ Matt D? DJ Matt T? And it was back in the 90s, and the big phrase was, who's your daddy? So my friend, out of a joke, goes, why don't you call yourself MATTDADDY? And I said, MATTDADDY, eh? And then everybody I kind of bounced it off, they all had the same reaction. They all started laughing. And I thought, you know what? That's it. Because that's my personality. I want you to laugh.
And 20 years later, here we are.
DJ
MATTDADDY is on the Mo Monday stage talking about an event that's going to be at the Dirty Denim on Saturday, April 21st. Tickets are on sale, but I asked you to bring tickets to sell. Do you have tickets tonight?
Of course.
And how much are the tickets?
Tickets are $15. If you want to get them with me tonight, you can get them online as well, if you'd like. I can help you out with getting them online, or they're $20 at the door if they're left. But I'm going to be honest with you. We've sold 700 tickets.
The other part of that, I ran into Steve in the streets today, and I shared him in the story of Mo Mondays. By a show of hands, ladies and gentlemen in the room, how many of you bought your tickets in the last 6 days? Be honest. We know. Weeks will go before a show. Nobody's buying tickets. Nobody's buying tickets. And then all of a sudden, that week before the show, everybody bought a ticket. And I know, based on the 4 gentlemen and everything that is happening that night, that show is going to sell out. So $15 and you get a free book. Like, really. But
amazing deal.
You're not doing it for profit. You're doing it for a local charity that's near and dear to Angela and my heart.
And our heart. Like, a big thing, because we're a new company, because we're going to evolve as a company. It's not just going to be doing bar nights. But the 4 of us, I mean, you have to... We have a strong thing inside that you have to be part of your community that you live, and I grew up here, and I did a portion back when I was about 20. I was an educational assistant, and I worked with kids with learning disabilities and behavior problems, and I did a lot of mentoring, and the Children's Foundation became very dear to my heart. So to be able now in my adult form to be able to give back to them for giving to my kids that I worked with, it's a no-brainer for us. And that's going to be a big part of our company is charities and local charities, not just the Children's Foundation, but other ones as well that we'll do in the future. But this one, absolutely fantastic organization. And Glenna, man, like you're talking top-class person. And the things that they do for the kids and to set them up, it was a no-brainer for us.
And if Glenna's watching, yes, I think everybody that knows her always agrees. She's one of the most powerhouse women in our community. And for Children's Foundation, if you don't know, they run a number of programs. Food and Friends, which is the breakfast program and the snack program in the school. I have a 10-year-old son, food and healthy eating, having that energy to be able to focus, to be able to learn. They do the play programs, so scholarships for kids to be able to participate and get to feel like a child in the first place. And that's, as someone who's gone through incredible challenges myself, where there's many years where I didn't know where money was coming to put food on the table, knowing that my son was still able to be a kid and be part was so powerful. And one of their main fundraisers is the Amazing Race, Southern Ontario Amazing Race, which started as an idea with Glenna and 2 other people in a living room watching. They raised over $100,000 last year. They've raised over $1.3 million since they started. But more importantly, my lovely co-host and I, before we started running Mo Mondays, we raced in the Southern Ontario Amazing Race, and we figured if we're not going to kill each other, we can do anything. So, and I know they're now getting ready. The race is June 2nd, June 3rd. They're looking for volunteers. And I'm just so thankful, Matt, that you and your buddies decided to do this night. I'm very much looking forward to the community and seeing people that I haven't seen since university, but knowing that it's going to a good cause.
And you know, I've heard so many stories like that. People from high schools saying, you know, it's nice to get the gang back together. And then I have other stories of, man, I met my wife there. I met my husband there. I met my ex-wife there, and then you know, those kind of stories too. So it's amazing to me now sitting in this chair, looking back on those years and how many thousands of people you affected that now are going to come back and return the favor to you. And it's just way overwhelming, and we're so full of gratitude to you. Thank you for this avenue, by the way. This is a fantastic thing. I was one of those bird watchers, you know, you watch it from the outskirts, and you think, man, this is such a great idea to have so many like-minded people in one place at the same time. And yeah, so thank you for this avenue. This is amazing. And yeah, I'm gonna try to be here every time you do it, buddy. I'm like, this is amazing.
For most Mo Monday attendees, once you attend your first, you're hooked and you want to keep coming back. So ladies and gentlemen, Matt Dickert, tickets are available. He's got them to sell.